Mike Brown getting fired by the Sacramento Kings. Me and Charles actually talked about the Kings, about should they trade De'Aaron Fox. We talked about all that. Then literally the next day, obviously we get a notification saying Mike Brown get fired, and apparently he hosted practice, went through media, and they just fired him on his way to the airport. Do you think Mike Brown deserved to get fired by the Sacramento Kings?
No, I don't think he deserved to get fired because he's been there for 3 seasons now. And in his first 2 seasons, he's 94-70. That's a great record. One, I wouldn't fire him because of that. And then on top of that, they've been playing winning basketball since he's been the coach there. I at least would have gave him to the end of this year to figure out the team because you just got DeMar, and yeah, you got the same team basically for last year, just adding DeMar, but adding a big piece like that takes time for him to click with the team. Um, and they've never been good defensively. The only thing that's been struggling really is their offense. The first season he was there, they was like first in points per game. Second season, ninth, and then now this season they're 10th. So it's like they was kind of struggling offensively since they got DeMar, but I don't think he deserved to get fired. Not this early.
I
They
think it
should
was a
at least
panic.
gave him they should at least gave him the whole year.
I think it was a panic move. I
Yeah.
don't think he deserved to get fired. Those reports are saying that he asked DeMar DeRozan to come off the bench. I don't know if that's really true or not. Don't ask me, but that's what the report said. And I don't think they should have at least even attempted to put DeMar DeRozan on the bench. But me personally, Mike Brown, like he changed low key. He basically kind of changed the culture,
No, he did.
bro.
He
Like
legit did.
he changed the culture for the game because if anybody really started watching like me watching basketball since 2009, really like legit really watching from 2009 to now, the Kings ain't been good. They've only had two legit good years. And the fact that y'all go to the playoffs after missing the playoffs for like 17 years in a row. And yes, I do believe they should have beaten the Pelicans last year in that play-in. And me personally, I think that was a warning signal because I feel like you should have won. There is no Zion. I think it's Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, and all that. But at that same and Malik Monk isn't there. He's out for the rest of the season. But at the same time, the Kings are a better team than the Pelicans, and y'all lost in that playing game after beating the Warriors in the playing game before. So y'all should have won that game, and I think that was the warning sign. And then
Yeah.
here we are, and then there was reports in the summer that them and the management wasn't seeing eye to eye. They had contract disputes and all that. They gave him the contract eventually, but it's like I just got y'all good for 2 years, and why are we fighting? Why are we arguing over contracts? I should deserve a contract extension. I shouldn't have to basically like, what should I deserve it? Should he deserve it? Yada yada yada. It shouldn't have to go through that. And this year, you guys are starting out pretty bad. We thought y'all would play better, and I think they said, you know what, the Aaron Fox situation, we don't know if he's coming back. And I saw something that I definitely don't think this is real. That him and Mike Brown had like beef with. I don't think that's real. Me
No,
personally, I
I
think
don't
people
think
just
that's
making
real
something
either.
up. But they're using that as ammo. And I think they just panicked and said, we got to do something. We got to do something. And it might not be, and it probably was going to be a bad move that y'all fired a dude who basically put y'all back on the map. Like it's a bad move. It's a bad move by the
I
organization.
think I think that last year them losing to the Pelicans was a big part of it because that first year they was lighting the beam, had all this success, made the playoffs and everything. Then the next year, you had a chance at the playoffs, but you lose to the Pelicans. It's like in their eyes, they probably thought we were regressing. You know what I mean? And then now you're starting off the season slow when we supposedly got a better player for the team to fit the team. So hopefully they make some more moves though, and they go get Kuzma. Kuzma's always linked to the Kings. So and then the Wizards talked about how they wanted to move him before the deadline, and they've been anxiously trying to move him. So
I
hopefully
wouldn't give it
Kuzma
up
goes
for
there.
him.
Keegan got to go for sure.
I'm not trading. I'm not trading the. I'm not trading Keegan for Kuzma. And Kuzma's having like one of his worst years.
I think low-key, but Kuzma started off the year hurt. He did. I ain't making no excuse. He did. He started off the season hurt, and he really just now getting back.
But he's still been
So,
playing bad, though. That doesn't matter. He's playing bad.
But I think, and then on top of that, he's on a
He's not
bad
even giving
team,
you
bro.
15 points.
Bro, he just came back off of injury. What, you want him to give you 30 back off injury? His first game back,
I wanted to give him more than 15.
40?
I wanted me to give him more than 15. I want that at least. I want that. I think he should be playing better. I think he should be playing better. Yes, off injury, yeah, whatever. At the same time, when you're on the court, you ain't doing nothing. It's just the same thing with Paul George. Paul George's been playing bad. Same thing with Kuzma. Been playing bad. Like,
but yeah, if they trade him to the Kings, I think he'll be playing better. He's now with a playoff team. He has a chance to play winning basketball. Because when you over there with the Wizards, there's no winning basketball, bro. It's like Gilbert and Nick said, that's basketball hell over there.
Yeah, and they had their best seasons over there too, which is crazy. But what changes? Like, what changes replacing Kuzma with Keegan Murray when the offense is good? It's the defense. Keegan is a better defender than Kuzma. Can we agree with that? Can we agree? Keegan Murray, I think, is a better defender. Is better. I'm not saying he clears, but I think he's a better defender. And if that's the case, what changes?
I put them on the same tier as a defender. But Kuzma is just the upgraded version of Keegan Murray.
Okay,
like how we say Jokic is, Charizard and all them. Keegan Murray is literally a fake Kuzma, bro. They play exactly the same, except for Kuzma has a better handle and he's a better scorer. But they play the same.
Okay, if that's the case, the offense really isn't the problem. What you say their offense was 9th in the league?
No, it's 10th and it was 9th last year.
Okay, so your offense probably stays the same, and that's not the problem. It's the defense. So trading Keegan for Kuzma, what does that change? That they're still in the same predicament.
But they've never been good defensively. So it's like now when you add in Kuzma, your offense gets better because one, Kuzma is a more established player. He's a more confident player. He's a better scorer. And right now I think Kuzma's a better shooter than Keegan Murray. So I like and then Kuzma cuts. Keegan Murray doesn't really cut that often. So Kuzma knows how to play without the ball very well. I think it'll just make the offense flow better. And then like Keegan Murray's having a bad year. They both having bad years, but I'll take Kuzma over Keegan. I think it'll help their offense tremendously.
So where would they be in the league? Like, what are they? Still first round exit? What are they? Because it's like, what's the point of making that trade if we still could be in the same spot? What's the point of that?
Well, it all the playoffs all depends on matchups. So they gonna make the play. I don't think they're gonna be a top six seed. So they're gonna be in the play-in. What seed? I don't know, but depending on who they face in the play-in, they can sneak around.
They're most likely gonna face either. I'm not picking them 7. I think could they make 7? Yeah, first round, whatever. They either gonna face OKC, Memphis, Houston, or Denver. They ain't better than none of those
Houston. 4. Well, you say who? You say Denver, Houston. Who else?
Memphis
Grizzlies
or OKC. Actually, no. Take that back. Hold on. Well, they're playing. Okay, if they're playing, you can't go no further. So you're either gonna play OKC. I'm just going off right now. You're either gonna play OKC or Memphis, or potentially the Rockets, since they are kind of got the same record.
I think they can beat the Rockets. I don't know about the Grizzlies and for sure they're not beating OKC, but I don't know about they can give the Grizzlies some comp. But I think they can beat the Rockets for sure.
with Kuzma.
Yeah. You don't think they can?
I will gladly pick the Rockets over the Kings.
Okay.
What do you think Kuzma's going to do? Like, what do you
I
think
just
he's
told you.
going
I
to
literally
do?
just told you. I literally just told you.
So he's just gonna be cutting.
No.
Like, what like he's going to be
He's
the
gonna
fourth option. What are we expecting him to do? Because he's not going to be dropping 20 consistently. That's not going to happen. So I'm trying to figure out what is the plan of bringing him in.
We're forgetting Kuzma's like a Swiss Army knife, bro. Like he can score. He's not a above average defender. He's a decent defender. He can dribble. He can pass. He can shoot. He can literally do everything. Keegan Murray can't dribble. He can't pass.
I don't
Only
think
thing he
they're
can do
asking
is
him to do
shoot.
all that. I don't
He
think
can
they're
shoot, and
asking him
he's
to
an
do all
okay
that.
defender.
I don't think they're asking him to do all that though. I think
He
he has a
can't,
specific role. I think he has a specific role: play defense
bro.
and shoot.
Bro, Mike Brown told him he wanted him to take the next step. He wanted him to dribble more. He wanted the ball in his hands more. Hence that year, I think it was last year, Keegan Murray took all those threes. That's because Mike Brown said he wanted him to shoot more. And then this year, he wanted him to expand on his ball handling. But every time Keegan Murray gets the ball, he passing it right up because he can't dribble. He's not confident dribbling. Kuzma can. And he can pass better than him. So why wouldn't the offense be better when you have somebody that can dribble, pass, and shoot? And Keegan Murray can only shoot, and he's an okay defender.
I think he's a better defender than Kuzma right now. I've never thought Kuzma was this amazing defender, or not even amazing, just a. I'm not going up and saying, "Hey, Kuzma's a good defender." I've never went
He's
up and
okay.
saying, I've never went up,
Kuzma's
and I
okay.
think Keegan Murray is a better defender. And once again, that's what we're missing. We don't need this extra. Yes, you might be right on. He's a better passer. He dribbles better, and he's a better slasher. Yes, I get that part. I understand that part. But the thing is, especially when Kuzma is having, yes, a down year, Keegan Murray's having a down year too. There's no big you, and you just said they're basically the same. They don't clear each other, so it's like we're basically just getting the same
No,
player, just a dude
Kuzma
with
is
more
the better
tattoos,
player.
just a dude with
Kuzma
more
is the better
tattoos.
player, bro. Kuzma is the better player than Keegan Murray.
I'm talking about right now. Right now, they
Even
don't.
right
No one.
now,
Yeah, he
I'm
hasn't
still
shown me.
taking Kuzma. I'm still taking Kuzma over Keegan Murray right now.
Okay, you're taking Kuzma, but that's fine. But none of them
And
clear each other this year. They don't clear each other. So if we're basically taking a light skinned dude when one just got more tattoos, we're basically getting just a older dude. They're yes, and I think Keegan Murray is 20. He's an older dude he's an older guy. But we're basically kind of getting the same dude. And it's like, we need defense. We need defense. And I'll say this. That's the one thing Mike Brown messed up on, was not emphasizing on the defense, starting Kevin Huerter, because I thought Keon Ellis was going to start over Kevin Huerter. He did it. He started Kevin Huerter. Keon Ellis, who is a better defender, should have played, but he started Kevin Huerter. That's your fault. Y'all need to go out there and get POA defenders. They don't need Kuzma. They don't need him. If anything, y'all the ones that should have went after Dorian Finney-Smith. Y'all chose not to. Y'all need to go out there and get defenders. We don't need this extra offensive player. We don't need that from Kuzma. We need defense. And Keegan Murray, in my opinion, I think is just a better defender. I don't think he clears Kuzma. I ain't saying that. But I think he is a better defender than him right now. And it's not going to change nothing. They're still going to most likely be a first-round exit either way. Nothing changes. The Kings, they're the same. They're the same. Nothing changes. Let me see something. Keegan, because Kuzma, he got a deal too, and it's like, do I really want to add that extra money on my deal? Like, do I really want to do that? If I'm the Kings, do I really want to do that? Let me look real quick. How old is Kuzma? Kuzma's 29. He's 29. Keegan Murray is Keegan Murray Boy, I thought they said 32. I'm like, oh hell no.
Hold on, Jay.
Keegan Murray's 24. Now let's look up the contract, guys. Let's look up the contracts. Kuzma. Kuzma contract. 90 million. Kuzma getting paid 20 something a year. And then he gonna get paid 30. I'm good on that, y'all. I'm good. And Keegan's on his rookie deal too. No, I'm good. He don't change nothing, bro. Kuzma don't change nothing for me. How's you guys New Year? How you guys New Year's, man? And he is back. He is back. He's back.
Oh, sure.
Are you
But
good? Damn, you loud.
Kuzma. Yeah, I'm taking Kuzma with King and Murray, bro. Defense has never been the Kings' focal point since Mike Brown been there. I agree. He should have focused on defense when he's a defensive-minded coach. But that ain't never been his forte since he's been with the Kings. It's been all about offense, outscoring the opponent. And like I said, if you get Kuzma, I think Kuzma makes the offense run better than Keegan would. Because there's been times where Keegan was scared to shoot. It's like he's been a shell of himself since DeMar got there. And I think with Kuzma's not going to shy away from shooting. It's going to be like how it was when he was on the Lakers. When it was Lonzo, Julius, and all of them. Like, it was a bunch of them.
That was a long time ago, brother.
But now that you got De'Aaron Fox, DeMar, Sabonis, all the attention is not going to be on you. He's going to have a lot of open shots.
That was a long time ago. But moral of the story is, I don't think Mike Brown got fired. I think he was the scapegoat. Coaches are always going to be the scapegoat. It happens. But Mike Brown should have got fired. And I don't know if this is going to be his last time coaching in the NBA. He's most likely going to get assistant jobs. That's going to happen. But being a head coach, I don't hope so. But being scapegoated, I don't know. It hurts, man. It sucks.
To be honest, I would love to see him with the Pelicans. I think Willie Green's time there is up. I think he's lost that locker room. And then of course Zion and Brandon Ingram and them being hurt plays a big part in it as well. But I think with Mike Brown, since he's been with LeBron and they were calling Zion a baby Bron, so it's like you can help mentor him and you can help him like you helped Bron in his early parts of his career. And then they still got a good team. And then now you can go back to playing your brand of basketball, which is defense, because you got DeJounte. You can flip CJ or Ingram and do whatever you want with that. You still got Herb Jones, you got Trey Murphy. So if he goes to the Pelicans, I think that'd be a decent bounce back for him.
If he ain't helping Zion lose weight, I don't care.
I mean, granted, he can help him because he can tell him what he's Coach LeBron James, the player that they compare him to. So
that was a younger LeBron. That was a younger LeBron too. This is what Zion been in what year? What's this year 5?
Yeah, like 5.
So I'm not saying he no vet, but he been in the league for a minute. So it's like Zion probably 1 year out, 1 year in. Like,
I mean, but it depends on where the message
everything. But if Zion ain't losing weight, it don't matter.
It all depends on where the message is coming from. Like, you telling me something versus some random telling me something. I'm not gonna take what the random says seriously because it's a random. I trust you more than the random because I have a rapport with you. So maybe Zion, I respect Mike Brown more. I'm just speculating, but I would love to see Mike Brown with the Pelicans. I think that'd be a good fit for
Who's a better coach, him or Willie Green?
him.
I think they're in the same tier, but
He's won championships. He's been to the finals. What you mean?
Yeah, as an assistant coach.
But he's made multiple playoff runs as a head coach of his own. Willie Green hasn't.
Yeah. And Mike
And Willie
Brown
Green hasn't even put in the time and the years that Mike Brown has. What you mean?
right now, I would consider them, and we can't act like it took Mike Brown forever to get another head coaching job. Let's not act like that didn't exist. It took him a minute to get another head coaching job. It took him a minute. It's not like he got fired, took off a year, then he got another one. No, that didn't happen. It took him a minute to get another one. I think right now they in the same. I think they've been in the same ballpark. They've had good teams, got bounced in the first. The only difference is Willie Green really ain't had Zion in the playoffs. That's it. But they've been in the same tier. They've been in the same tier.
I don't agree. Once Willie Green said he putting Herb Jones at center, he was done for me. Mike Brown would have never said nothing like that. That was
Don't matter.
terrible.
But he hasn't
I don't
made
think
coaching
they're the same
adjustments
level.
either. He hasn't made the coaching adjustments either.
I mean, reports saying he wanted to put DeMar on the bench. I don't think that was a bad idea, anyways, because DeMar needs the ball in his hands, and it's hard playing with De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis. I mean, granted, Sabonis doesn't have to have the ball in his hands, but last year they were running their offense through Sabonis, and they looked amazing. The first year, Mike Brown there, they was running their offense through Sabonis, and they looked good.
And this is why the Kings are a bad organization, because if they was talking about possibly getting DeMar, I feel like at some point these GMs or owners need to go to your coach and say, is this a good fit for your scheme? Is having DeMar DeRozan, who is a dominant ball player, who needs the ball in his hands, can this work with our team? That's what owners and GMs need to do. And I guarantee you they didn't, because if that's the case, that rumor wouldn't have even come up that he potentially wanted to put DeMar on the bench. I'm not putting DeMar on the bench.
Not every organization is like Golden State or the Spurs, where the GMs and the coaches help each other. Most of these GMs be in it for themselves. They want to be the person to be like, I made that move, or I'm the one that put this team together. Like,
I mean, the Warriors,
or like OKC, Sam Pressing them. You said what?
Golden State, they've been I could say they haven't been really good since they won the championship in 22.
I mean, but their GM and they head coach, they have that type of relationship where they can come to each other and be like, hey, I think this player would be a good fit for our team, or, they can talk to each other. Not all organizations are like that.
Mike, you think Mike Dunleavy and Steve Kerr got a good relationship?
I wouldn't say they have a good relationship, but I think they talk to each other like, hey, let's go get Dennis Schroeder. I think they talked about that together.
And so far, they can't even. I think they won like 2 games with him.
Yeah, I told you I didn't see the point of that trade. That didn't make no sense to me.
I mean, I just thought they just needed another scorer. Like, that's all I need. And I thought they just needed another scorer coming off the bench. But they're starting him. They're starting him. So I'm not shocked they're really starting him.
Mike Brown definitely deserves another shot at a head coaching job somewhere.
He'll probably get another shot. He'll probably get another shot.
I like him with the Pelicans. I think that's his best fit, and really his only fit, to be honest. Because all the other teams, either they have their coach or they just got a new coach. So.
Man, get somebody new, bro. Stop recycling these coaches, bro. Stop recycling them. Just get somebody new, bro. Like Mike Brown, I wouldn't be shocked next year if he be the assistant for Steve Kerr again. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be shocked, which most likely he will. But that's it for Mike Brown getting fired by Sacramento Kings.